Hey kiddos, Miss Wallace here, ready to share another art video with you guys. So as you can see with this project, we're going to be drawing 5 giraffes, but notice the perspective. Perspective is the way in which something appears or looks, and it can change depending on where you're standing or viewing the object. We're right below the giraffes, as if we're an ant. So we would call this an ant's eye view, because imagine how an ant would see the world around them. Ants are so teeny tiny, and I imagine giraffes look huge to them. So we're going to be creating 1-point perspective by making it to where all our giraffes' heads kind of go towards 1 point on our paper. To get started with this project, you're going to need a pencil, a Sharpie, you're going to need some crayons, and if you do have at home some watercolor paints, then grab those along with your paintbrush, and you would need a cup of water, okay? Obviously you need paper. First thing you need to do is go in and very lightly, I want you to make a little dot. It's super tiny, but go ahead and make that dot. That's going to guide us to where our heads should be around, okay? So the first thing that we're actually going to start with is we're going to start with the necks of our giraffe. Now, having a ruler would really be helpful when making this, but you know what? Sometimes we don't have rulers. Some of you guys may not have rulers at home, and that's okay. Something that you guys could use is you could use another piece of paper to help you make a straight line, or you could even grab a book and use the edge or the side of it, the binding right here. So I'm going to be using Night Patrol Lego little activity book. So how I'm going to do this is I'm going to put my pencil in the middle of that dot that I made. All right, and I'm going to line my book up to where it touches my pencil and touches that dot. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I am going to make a very light line, very light. I'm going to draw lightly and make that line go down all the way off the bottom of my paper. Okay, so y'all can see that it's very light, but it's there. So that's going to be one side of my giraffe's neck. So now I need the other side. Now I need the other side. I'm going to put my pencil back here. Let's do it this way. I'm going to put my pencil back on my dot. All right, and that looks like a good spot. I don't want to make it too wide because giraffes don't have real, fat necks, right? So we don't want it too wide there. And I'm going to lightly go all the way down and trace that side. Okay? So as you guys can see, I went ahead and I made those lines really light. Alright? But that doesn't look like a giraffe, it looks like a triangle, right? Well, that's a good starting place. Sometimes you have to start with basic shapes to get what you want. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and make the head. Alright? Now, this is why we want to draw light, because sometimes in art, we have guiding lines, and sometimes we have to erase some of those guiding lines. So I'm going to come down a little bit, and I'm going to erase the lines that went to the actual dot, okay? And so I can work on the head. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a circle, and I'm going to make sure that these 2 lines touch that circle. And it's okay if I make these lines a little bit darker so I can see them, because I'm not going to be drawing those anymore. So you see how this circle is touching these 2 lines, and then I'm going to continue to draw the rest of the head. So we'll make a straight line up, make the ear, it's going to be pointed, going over like this, like a triangle. Same thing on this side. Alright, and then we're going to go up towards the top of the head, almost looks like a number 11. You see how I did that? I'm going to go over, that's the top of the head. Actually, you know what? Let's use our zigzag line. Zigzag. And then I'm going to make another number 11. Oh, that looks so much better. And at the top, you want to go in and round this off like it's a circle. And then he needs a base. So these eyes are going to be a little bit different than the one I showed you guys. So it kind of looks like what letter? What letter does that kind of look like? Maybe a letter C or a letter U? And I need another one. These are actually going to be the eyes. Okay? And then we're going to go and make a number 6. We're going to use our numbers. Look at that. That's the nostrils. And then we're going to give him a cute little smile. Oh, he's so happy. And then inside the ears, go in and make these little triangles. Alright? Now, it looks more like a giraffe, but there's one thing that makes a giraffe look like a giraffe. Do you know what it is? It's the spots. Alright, so how we're going to do that is the spots of a giraffe are kind of made with straight lines. They're kind of like patches. So I'm going to keep in mind that my perspective, that things should be kind of small as it goes towards the top of the giraffe and bigger as it gets closer to me. So I'm going to make some smaller type of spots on him. And then they can get a little bit bigger as I go down. Notice how I'm making some of these spots go off the side, right? That just kind of makes it look as if it wraps around the other side of the giraffe. And then these can be great big and just go off the bottom of the paper right there, okay? So that's our first giraffe, all right? Now, that's one giraffe, but I'm supposed to have 5. So how many more giraffes do I need to draw? Do you know? If you said 4, you're right. Good job, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and you can watch me. I'm going to fast forward this part and keep drawing all my giraffes until we've got them all in a circle. Just keep watching me and how I go back to this dot with every single giraffe. Alright guys, so the next part is us going in and drawing clouds in the background. Now to do this, we want to make it look like the clouds are behind the giraffe, so we're going to have to skip over the giraffe's bodies when we do our clouds. Alright guys, I've got a friend here that's joining us. We've got Daisy the dog. She's here. She's loving our artwork, guys. So what we're going to do next is we are going to be getting our Sharpie, and we are going to use our Sharpie to trace over everything, all those pencil lines. We're going to add a little bit of crayon next, all right? Alright kiddos, so we finished coloring the spots, and I went ahead and colored the circles brown too. Y'all probably saw that, and even the horns up here, a little bit of the hair, just to give it a little bit extra color. So the next thing we're going to do is we are going to try to get, y'all will get your blue crayon out. It can be a regular blue or a different shade of blue. So what we're going to do with the blue crayon, we're going to keep our clouds white, and we're going to paint our sky. But with the blue crayon, what you guys can do is go in, and we're just going to make some straight lines kind of in our picture using our crayon, okay? And they're going to kind of come off around the cloud. So I'm going to start with this cloud up top, and I'm going to just draw some straight lines that go this way. And notice how I make some of them short, and then they get kind of longer, and then I'm going to get them short again. I'm going to stop over there and I'm going to kind of make them go this direction and this way, and then again on this side. Now if you're thinking, oh Miss Wallace, that looks a little too hard, then skip it. You don't have to do this part. This is just to add a little extra detail for us when we start painting. Alright kiddos, so we are done with our crayons, so now it's time to paint. Alright, so all of my giraffes are painted. So now I get to finish off by painting the sky blue. Alright kiddos, so we are done painting. I have to say we did a really great job finishing up our giraffe picture. I hope you guys had fun. I know I did. And until next time, I'll see you later.